We'll move on to this area that is the next video, is the driver's side. So the vacuum, the steam cleaner, the 2 towels, the brush, and then the spray as well. As you can see, look at this. This is not clean. This is not clean. This isn't very clean. All of this is not clean. I'm just going to show you how to do this without a drill brush, alright? Sometimes you're going to need the drill brush. We'll get into that later for this area. But first off, what we're going to do is just vacuum out it's pretty much the same process as doing the doors, guys. So vacuuming out all of this shit. So I'm going to vacuum all that stuff out quick. And sometimes if the car has this will be a lot easier to clean with a pressure washer, guys. So throw this out. I'll get to this later. Once we clean the mats of this car, we'll clean this as well. All the removable items. So sometimes the customer has like something that looks like this inside of here. It's kind of like a cup holder thing you can take out. So you take that out as well. And then we'll throw this to the side so we can clean it with a pressure washer easier later, so we can spray this down and it'll be clean. When we detail, we want everything to be pretty fast. So that's why we're pressure washing that thing. But what we're gonna do, because obviously we can't take out this, I wish we could, and we could just pressure wash it. If we could pressure wash the whole entire interior, that'd be awesome. But we're gonna wreck shit, and that's not very efficient. So, but what we're gonna do first is move everything around, make sure there's nothing in your way. We're gonna spray down all of this stuff here, if the spray bottle lets me. Spray all this stuff, spray the entire. We're gonna start with this area first, and then we'll move our way to this stuff over here. I always start with this stuff, so we're gonna spray down the vents, move them around, move them so we can get inside of them. Spray this stuff. This is my phone holder, so I'll just take that off for now. Spray the, you know what I'm talking about. This stuff here, the car's manual, make sure you're spraying all that. In here, you're really going to want to spray a shit ton. So, spray a lot in here. Because look at all the dirt in there, guys. You don't want that stuff. Alright, guys. That should be enough. Next what you're going to want to do is take the brush, start brushing all these little tiny areas. You're going to want to let this sit for a while, so all that dirt can lift up, and it'll be easier to clean. So you're going to want to brush these vents. You're really going to want to emphasize these vents. You're going to want to honestly get the steam cleaner, because the vents are honestly hard to clean. So spray that first, make sure there's no water spraying out in the vents, and then go like this. Spray in these vents. And then that'll be easier to clean as well. Just kind of brush around the dirt in there. There's always dirt in there, guys. And then brush the buttons, all the buttons. This brush is going to get in all the little cracks and crevices. So these buttons, guys, you might have to move these buttons around to get in these buttons. So move these buttons around. You can make sure you're getting these buttons here. Brushing these buttons, stuff like that. And then you might have to spray a little bit more in certain areas. I'll turn those on. The lighting in this shop sucks, so we're looking to get another shop soon. So I don't know if when you're watching this, we might have a new shop. But right now we're in Menasha. This is where our shop is located. So, and the shop isn't the best, but we're working with what we got. But yeah, guys, so if you lift up stuff with the brush, make sure you're vacuuming it out, stuff like that. Might want to take the steam cleaner and steam clean this as well. So you see how I use that steam cleaner in all the cracks and crevices here? And went in this triangular motion, like I went in this triangular motion here with the steam cleaner, so I can get all the little cracks and crevices. You're going to want to use the dry towel to dry it off, because that steam cleaner is going to put moisture on there. Once you're done cleaning this area as well, dry it off. Also dry off these. Steam cleaner does is it lifts up dirt from the surface. That dirt just sits there, so you're going to want to have to vacuum all the dirt out as well. Wipe it down too. That's all this area here. I might have to grab a new towel. Sometimes you'll have to grab a new towel. Gets too wet if the dry towel gets too wet, because when you steam clean, the towel might get like pretty wet. So we're gonna move on to this area now, guys. This area is very intricate of what we do, so we're going to make sure we get in all the little cracks and crevices of the steering wheel here. When you start with the steering wheel area, guys, you're always going to want to move the steering wheel all the way out, and I'll show you why. Look at that. You're not going to see that if you don't move the steering wheel out. So what you're going to want to do is vacuum that out as much as you can, and then after that, you're just going to start spraying. So spray all the steering wheel down, getting all the little, you see how there's a little crack of the steering wheel here? Spray in there. Spray in the crack. Spray the control arms. Spray the other one. Spray up here. Also get this vent. So spray the vent. Spray all the plastics around the steering wheel. Underneath it. All around here. If there's any vents up here, spray that as well. We'll get to the dash after this. Spray the steering wheel, boom, boom, boom. Grab the brush, start brushing these cracks. Make sure you're really getting good in these cracks, guys, because the customer looks at this every single day. I mean, you're gonna wanna make sure you're getting the cracks of everywhere, but really emphasize getting in the steering wheel too. Just because you want the customer to be satisfied. We want them coming back to us. We want them to like you as an employee here. Every time they see you, they're gonna be like, hey, let's say your name's Bob. Bob did such a good, amazing job on my car. I really like how he cleaned the steering wheel. Something like that. So make sure you're getting in these areas, guys. Really good. Make sure you're getting behind the steering wheel. Use a wet towel to kind of wipe this down as well. So when you're cleaning the control arms, move them up, down, side to side, stuff like that. So you can brush all these little areas. See how I'm moving it like forward, get the back. I'm moving it up, get the bottom, moving it down, get the top. If that makes sense to you guys. Same thing over here. Do the same thing in the vents, brush the vents out. And then I'm gonna take my wet towel, wet everything, wipe down everything I just cleaned. Perfect. After the hardest part has been done, which is the driver's side, we're gonna move all the way down here. We're gonna start vacuuming, stain removing. I will stain remove in this video. I'll also make another video on stain removing. But if this is a premium interior package, we're not gonna stain remove, but I'm gonna stain remove for you guys in this video. I'm also gonna steam clean this here. That's always been bugging me. But yeah, we're gonna start vacuuming this side now. So after this, watch this next video here. Here's the next SOP video for vacuuming and stain removing and getting and cleaning this area of the car. So what you're gonna wanna do first is obviously move the seat all the way back and then take out the mats. If they have multiple, make sure you're taking out both. Some customers have 2 mats down. You're gonna put that aside. We'll pressure wash this later. First off, we're gonna need the vacuum. This drill attachment, this is what I was talking about before. The drill brush with this attachment here. We're gonna need crappy brush, guys. So if you look in our bag, we might have brushes that look like this that are pretty crappy. Brush should look a little better, but this one's a little crappier. If we don't have any crappy brushes, grab a new one, and then that new brush you're using will be for the carpets. You don't want to use this crappy brush on here because there's shit in here. You see all that? You'll leave that shit when you're cleaning, and then you might accidentally miss it. So make sure you're just using a brush that looks pretty bad. So look at all this, guys. This is not very. This looks really bad. So we have a lot to clean, and I'm glad my car is pretty dirty, so I can show you guys what to do in these situations. So first, we're just gonna start with vacuuming. We're gonna make sure there's no little crumbs anywhere. When we're detailing, guys, you cannot leave crumbs, you cannot leave stuff on the carpets, because otherwise they can just go to frickin' PDQ, a car wash, they can vacuum it themselves and it'll get the same results, guys. We want to make sure we're getting it really well, so we're getting all this stuff out of here. A lot of this is not going to come out on the first try, so this is why we have other tools that will help us as well. So I'm just doing a quick little vacuum here so I can get the majority of this stuff out. Also, guys, when you're vacuuming the carpets, you're going to want to sit on the edge of the car right here. That's the best optimal spot for vacuuming, so make sure you're sitting right there. Or you can crouch down like this as well. But looks like we're going to need the drill brush. So what you're going to do in this situation is go start drilling in all these little corners, stuff like that. And what this does, it lifts the dirt up the carpets, because the carpet is like a Velcro. Most of the carpets are like Velcro and it's stuck there. Vacuum just doesn't get everything out. Watch, I'll show you. A lot of that stuff's not coming out, but once we use this thing, it'll lift up all the dirt. We got the steam cleaner, and then we got the flat attachment I was talking about with the drill. So what I'm gonna go ahead and end up doing is spraying down all of this stuff, all the petals, all this salt back here, all of these little stains you see everywhere. It's mostly in the cracks and crevices, honestly. Like right here, you see all that stuff. And I'm also gonna spray the entire carpet, just so we can get all of those stains removed. All the way back there. And then what we're gonna do, grab the drill attachment and start like shampooing the carpets, is what it's called. So I'm gonna take that, start getting in all those little areas. It might be hard to get back there, so what you can do is grab a crappy brush, try to get those stains out with the crappy brush, or use that other drill attachment we were using before. Otherwise, a steam cleaner can do that as well. There's multiple options to doing this stuff, guys. Make sure you're just cleaning it, making it look good. That's the main thing. Right here, it's looking like there's a stain. You know, all these cracks. You use the brush to get that out. And then also, if the customer has something like this, what I do, make sure you lift this up and get in there and use the brush to get all that stuff out. We're just gonna keep drilling the stains away. And we're gonna steam clean all the little cracks and crevices of where the stains were. So I'm gonna steam clean now. Part here is cleaning the seats. All right, what we're gonna do firstly is put the seat all the way back. We're gonna need stain remover, we're gonna need another crappy brush, and we're gonna need this drill with the flat attachment again. We're also gonna need the steam cleaner if it is vinyl seats. If it's leather seats, which is a lot easier to clean, we will just wipe down the seats. We don't need to use this drill. If it's leather, we're just going to be using a regular cleaner and wiping it down if it's leather seats, not the stain remover. We might actually need the steamer for leather seats. If there is little pinholes with dirt in them, usually the steam cleaner lifts that up and it's a lot easier to clean for leather seats. But sometimes if it's a pretty clean leather seat, you're not going to need the steamer. I'll probably make an SOP for leather seats later down the line as well for you guys. Now we're going to be cleaning this matte seat. So firstly, we're going to vacuum. We're going to vacuum the seat here, get in all these little cracks. We're actually going to combine it with the shitty brush so we can get in all these little cracks here of the seat. Make sure, guys, when you are cleaning the seat, you're really getting in the crack here. You see where the part of this here with the part of this meets, it's where the crack is. So you're going to really get in there, brush it out, get all the shit in there, out of there, so you can vacuum. In these cracks, you're going to want to use your fingers. like this to expand it so you're able to vacuum it out and brush it out, so you can vacuum it. See how I'm using my thumb to get all that stuff out of there? And then I'm going to take the stain remover and spray in these cracks, and then I will brush all the stuff out. This is gonna allow me to get that stuff out of the cracks a little easier. Now we're gonna do another vacuum, getting all that stuff out of there, and then we'll steam clean that in a little bit because there's still like stains and stuff in there. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna steam clean this seat here, this entire seat. So all these little areas here, we're also gonna get this button as well. So now, since the surface and the dirt has lifted up, we're gonna have to vacuum all this stuff out of here and vacuum all of this dirt that lifted up off the surface here. I'm gonna spray it one more time with this regular cleaner, and then we're gonna wipe it down and vacuum, and that should have allowed the seat to be a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. I didn't forget to mention, guys, when you are cleaning the seat, make sure you're getting underneath the headrest. That's a big part too. So I'm gonna keep vacuuming, make sure all the stuff's out of the seat. I'm gonna use the stain remover again in these cracks. I'm gonna brush it out. Brush, brush, brush. Using my thumb to get in the cracks. Also guys, while you're doing this, you can spray in these plastic areas and use your brush to get in there. Make sure you're really cleaning that. And then you're going to wipe that down. Seatbelt as well. We'll steam clean that. Look how dirty in that the press button is. So I'll steam clean that too. And then you're gonna wipe this down. Make sure while you're cleaning the seat, might as well wipe down this pillar as well right here. Next off, we're gonna grab the stain remover, spray this entire seat. Grab our drill brush and drill all this stuff. It's kind of the same process as cleaning a carpet here. I mean, it definitely already looks better, guys, but we're gonna steam clean it in a second. So I'm going to vacuum out all the stuff that might have lifted up from drilling the seat. And then I'm going to grab the steamer. Oh yeah, my button has never been so clean before. The seat looks a lot better, guys. So that is the process of cleaning the seat. And then when you are all done with the driver's side, just kind of check everything, make sure you didn't miss everything like I just did. There was something right there. Like that stuff we can get when we vacuum back there.